Hi, I'm Uju. I hope everybody is doing well today. I hope you are enjoying a beautiful Tuesday. I just wanted to share some thoughts I had about survival mode and how it brings out the savage in us and how love neutralizes it. And so I'm going to share this experience that I just had. I was picking Cheat up from his summer camp, and let me put my windows up because this is kind of distracting. Okay, so I was picking Cheat up from his summer camp, and I noticed that he seemed a little upset. So I asked him, like, Cheat, what's up? And so he's like, there's a kid who told me who said I was a loser. And another little girl was like, that was sitting with G. She was like, yeah, he's been bullying people and he's been mean to people, and enough is enough. This has to stop. And so now, let me be clear, okay? I don't play with G, okay? I will step to a child about G, okay? I do not play about mine. So I'm already like, point him out, okay? Who said what? So I'm already on that tip. But then I say to G, because I'm just having a great day. So I say to G, you know what? Forget what he has to say. Like, those are just words. I'm like, you're the coolest kid ever. Who cares what he has to say? And so that already kind of brings G down, because he's like, yeah, like, I don't care about his words. And I'm like, yeah, who cares about his words? Like, you are fly. Like, who cares, right? So then I started to say, and people who bully other people have low self-esteem because they try to make other people not feel good about themselves because they don't feel good about themselves, right? And so I see the little boy, and I see a little girl who was crying, and I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong? And she's like, I wanted to play with the yellow frisbee, and we just went to the bathroom for 10 minutes, and he took it. She was stressed. Sis was stressed. Okay, so I'm just like, okay, wow. So then it turns out that the person that took the yellow frisbee was the same little boy that's bullying all the other kids. And so I look at him, and I'm just like, do you want to be kind today? He's like, no. I said, it's nice to be kind to the other kids. And I said, do you want to be kind today? I said, this would be a really nice opportunity to be kind. And so he says to the teacher, because the little girl, I asked her, I said, well, did you tell your teacher? And then she's like, yeah, the teacher didn't do anything, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what's fair is fair. You put it down, someone else picks it up. That's the name of the game. And so I, have a conversation with the little boy. I'm like, you want to be kind today, blah, blah, blah. And so he's like, he's looking at me. He's just like, okay. So then he says to the teacher, hey, she can have this frisbee. Okay. So he says to the teacher, hey, she can have this frisbee. And, he gives the frisbee, and I go to him, I kind of step back because, the scene is doing what it's doing. So I kind of step back, but I look at the boy, and I'm like, good job. Like, good job. And his shoulders, it was very slight, but you could just see his energy, like, pick up. Like, in that moment, he felt proud of himself, right? And so what came to me was, on some level, so the little boy was antagonizing other kids, and somehow I spread love, like by just encouraging him to tap into kindness. It kind of neutralized the situation, and everybody left feeling great. Like, the little girl left feeling happy because she got the yellow frisbee back. She left feeling great because he's cool, he's fly, he's dope and everything. And the little boy left feeling proud of himself. So he didn't feel like he needed to make other kids feel bad so that he could feel validated and feel good about himself. Like, in being kindness, he found space to feel valid. And so, I don't know. I just wanted to share that because that really touched me. Like, because a lot of times, and we've been talking about this at my shop lately, which I really, first of all, let me just, sidebar. I love my salon, like the vibe there, Yvonne Bell, Yvonne Bell, she's a vibe, Lisa, like, we're really there just doing what we do in a beautiful way, and I love it. Okay, back to what I'm saying. So we've been talking about that a lot at my shop, And just talking about survival mode and how, when people are in survival mode, and this is not just in terms of material things. A lot of times when we equate survival, we think in terms of physical survival, but this is sometimes in terms of emotion, in terms of spirit, in terms of just thought, consciousness. When people feel threatened, when they feel like they are not safe, it puts them in some form of survival mode. So if on some level of their being, because we are multi-level, multi-dimensional beings, and so on some level of their being, if they feel like their safety is threatened, then that'll put them in survival mode. And when they're in survival mode, depending on how deep it is, that will bring out the beast in anybody. Like that could cause somebody to cut their brother short. It depends. Some people, I feel like when you've kind of expanded your consciousness beyond it, then you realize that there is no survival mode. Like there's no need to try to survive. You're good, right? His eye is on a sparrow. You really realize what that means. But if you haven't gotten to that point, like for real, survival mode can have you just acting outside of yourself. And what I've noticed is, for those of us who may experience the hurt that comes with interacting with somebody in survival mode, we automatically demonize them as a terrible person, and that creates resentment, especially if there's no closure, like especially if there's really no reason. Like if you was good to them and they came back and took advantage, or like tried to chop you in some type of way, that hurts. And so we demonize that person as them being a fucked up, excuse my language, like my son is not behind me, like them being a messed up person. And really, on some level of their being, they're in survival mode, right? And so they need healing. Like what it is it's the person that needs healing. Now, I don't know, that perspective has helped me tap into compassion and to find forgiveness, because I could see myself, in that space. Like I understand what it's like to be in survival mode, to feel like your back is up against the wall, and I understand the aggression that can bring out. You know what I'm saying? Now, unfortunately, I have been on the receiving end of that effed up stuff, but I have also been on the giving end of that too. So it inspires compassion, like, you know what I'm saying? And also it allowed me to drop the weight and not hold on to feeling like, to not hold on to that resentment. Like it just is what it is. And to be honest, it's animal nature. And yes, we're humans, but humans are animal. Like it is animal nature. Like for real, a rabbit will chew off its own foot to get free if it's in bondage. So we'll do some heinous things when we feel like our safety is threatened. And so that's important. So the thing is, survival mode of consciousness, that's even worse than survival mode of like physical survival in terms of material things, because you could be on your last bag of rice and be happy in your mind. Like your consciousness can be abundant, but when your consciousness is hungry, that will have you doing some real ugly stuff. And the only way to feed that for real is to tap into love. Like you can't really feed that by with material things. You feed that with spirit. Like you feed that by tapping in to source. You feed that by tapping into the source. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, like everything is just a reminder. It's amazing to see how like the way life is set up, everything gives glory to God. Like when it says that in the Bible, like even the rocks cry out, it really is, like it really is true. Everything around us, if you really sit down and just sit back and pay attention, everything cries out the glory of God. Everything shines out the glory of God. Like everything exemplifies the glory of God. Everything is fed by the glory of God. Everything is enabled by the glory of God. Everything is healed and set free by the glory of God, yo. And it's not just like this man in the clouds or whatever. And I'm not here to debate religion. That's not even what I'm here for. But it's conquers all. It really does. And I'm happy and grateful that that was exemplified in this situation today. So I wanted to share that. And I'm grateful that, you know, Spirit gave me the thoughts and the words to express that, to articulate that. And I hope that everyone that watched this video up until this point, that y'all received it too. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Carpe diem.